Welcome back to Under Par Acres. It's been a few months since our last video, but I'm happy to say that we have officially moved in the new house, and it has felt like a dream come true. And while it's been nice to get settled in the new house, there's still a lot of projects to get done, and when the weather warms up this spring, we've got a lot of work still to do. One of the first projects we're going to have to work on when the weather warms up is the landscaping around the house. The rock work is almost completely done, but the weather has created a lot of delays, and we need it to dry up so we can do the final grading around the house, and then I can start doing the final landscaping and planting all the plants. One of our big plans for this spring is to spend as much time as possible on our front porch, looking out over our field and the newly built putting green. The grass around the putting green is doing really well, and the seed that I put out late in the season in the field is doing much better than I anticipated, but we're going to get back to work on it soon as it's about to be spring when the fescue should really take off. Our biggest challenge these last few months though is that once we moved in, it just started to rain and rain and then rain some more. And along with all the rain, we've seen one of the deepest freezes we've ever had, with temperatures in the single digits and wind chills in the negatives, which we never see down here in the south. It's very rare that we're able to walk on ice down here, but there we were. And we thought we had a chance at something we've daydreamed about for a long time, which is getting a good solid snow on the farm, but unfortunately it was just a very light dusting. As we look forward to the year ahead and our first full year on the farm, one of the big projects we want to get completed is our trails through the woods. We're nearly complete, but we still have about 200 yards left to go, and while we've already gone through and cleared the trail, we've got to go back in and remove all the stumps, but we'll have to wait till closer to the summertime when the weather warms up so everything will dry out. Our goal is to have the trails cut all the way through the woods so that our kids can spend all their time outside playing and fully unplugged. And while our kids have instantly become best friends with our neighbors, we want to give them an area that they can go out and explore and find the dumbest things they can possibly do. We also want the trails to be a place where we can all ride bikes as much as possible, but most importantly, we want to finish the trails so that we can get the gator from the house all the way through the woods and into the field that we're building into our driving range. While I didn't get as much work done on the driving range as I would have liked to have last year, I plan to get back to work in it this year, but we're going to have to wait till summertime as we really need that field to get dried out. And the biggest project I have in mind for this year is to get a grass tee box built where a lot of people can hit balls at the same time. And aside from the golf projects, the kids really want to camp out in the survival shelter we built last winter, so I told them we're going to give it a try. And back at the house, we plan to use the fire pit area we built as much as possible, and we're going to try to finish it off as well and make it look a lot better by building or buying some new Adirondack chairs. Perhaps the biggest non-golf related project we have in store this year is that we really want to get to work on building a great garden. We've got the perfect area in the back corner of the field next to the putting green, and this year we're going to get a lot more serious and we're going to try a lot harder. Our goal is to build a self-sustaining garden so that we're able to eat fresh produce as much as possible. Back to the golf projects, I plan to build another tee box on the driveway about 15 yards further back from the current one, and by doing that, we'll make the hole nearly 200 yards, which would be absolutely perfect for the kids to play on a daily basis. And one of my biggest personal goals for this year is to start using all the golf projects we've built as much as possible to start getting my game back into competitive shape. And if I'm going to get back into competitive shape, I'm going to have to spend 90% of my time on short game, which means I'm going to use the newly built bunker and putting green as much as possible. But most importantly, I can't wait to watch the kids out there with me, practicing and playing and learning the game. Thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you as soon as the weather lets us get back to work.